G'day all. Welcome back to the Best of the Rest podcast with Sticks and Freezer. How are you, mate?
Good, Sticks. How are you, Cover?
Oh, bloody fantastic, mate. So good to be back.
Oh, isn't it great?
Been a bit of a hiatus, but we're back and ready and raring.
We've had a bit of time off, time to work on ourselves, work on the pod for you,
And back to deliver.
aren't we?
So we thought we would start off the year by wrapping up last year, dotting a few I's, crossing a few T's.
Yep.
And just run through our predictions for last season.
Yeah, where they ended up and what our difference is. So we decided to go with a bit of a golf type scenario. So we've given a point for each, like how far away we were from where they actually finished, and then highest total at the end is loser. Lowest score wins.
Keep it interesting.
Yep, that's how we'll do it.
And we plan to combine constructors and drivers too to have an overall.
Yeah, so we'll run through each one individually, give a total, and then the overall combination at the end is where she's decided.
So we'll smash this out and then we'll, look at predictions in the future in coming pods.
Yeah.
The juicy stuff.
Yeah, start getting into her.
Right, so we'll start off constructors.
Yep.
Done. You are far away. Who'd you have 10th?
So 10th, I had Haas.
So did I. And they finished, 7th?
7th is their
So-
actual position.
That's 3 points each. Good start, No one's out in the lead or so far.
Yep. And then next up, I had Sauber.
Same here, which was one position off because they finished last because they were shit.
Yeah.
Couldn't get their wheel nuts to stay in the car half the time.
They couldn't. They strung a couple of races together, and especially at the end, but a little too late, I'm afraid.
Run up to 8th. I had Williams. Did you have?
I also had Williams.
Yeah, original, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's 1 point each.
Yeah, it's one off again for that one. One in the wrong direction.
Riveting start.
Isn't it?
7th.
7th, I had Visa Cash App Racing Bulls.
Ooh, I had Alpine.
Did you?
So what? VRB finished 8th?
Yep, so I was one off there.
I was 1 off with Alpine. 6 I had RB, so I was 2 off.
6th, I had Alpine, so I was spotty dog.
I went all right from here on up. I had Aston 5th.
I also had Aston 5th.
So bang on. Merc 4th.
Merc 4th as well.
Went McLaren 3rd.
I also went McLaren 3rd.
Two
so
off,
both
obviously.
2 off there.
Which is a bit of a surprise. I definitely wouldn't have picked that this time last year.
No.
Ferrari 2nd.
Yeah, same.
Bang on. And Red Bull 1st, who were 2 off.
2 off. Yeah.
So my tally for that was 12.
So my overall was 10.
Not bad.
So it's a minor victory.
Come out of the blocks early. Nice. 2-stroke lead, if you will.
Yep.
Right, let's jump over to drivers. Do you want to do this 20-1?
Yeah, so we'll go 20-1 because we only predicted 20, and even in future we still will only predict the 20 that start. And then if other drivers come in, however far they end up off from that, then it is just what it is.
Yeah, so we decided to score. So Sargent 20th, and he
Yes.
actually finished 23rd.
Yeah, so I had
Because of all
Sargent
drivers.
20th as well. So yeah, the 23rd will give me 3 off, and Sticks 3 off as well.
Sweet. All right, well, that was the first one out of the way.
That's it.
19th, I had Zhou Guanyu.
I had Kevin Magnussen.
Where'd K-Mag finish?
I was 4 off. So he must have been 15th.
I had Zhou, was 20th, so yeah, it's 1 off. 18th, I had Magnussen, who was 3 off.
18th, I had Hulkenberg, who was 7 off.
Ooh. Hulk had a blinder, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So where'd that put him? 11th or something, did it? Yeah,
Yeah. Which is fantastic.
yeah, it's a good effort, really. Like, yeah, they did have a lot more consistent car this year, and Komatsu was bloody unreal. I rate him highly as a what are they called again?
Team principal.
Team
That's
principal.
the one.
I kept
Got
thinking
there.
CEO, but I knew it wasn't right. Don't dive on me for that. We're a bit rusty.
Yeah, just getting all the shit out of the system early.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, realistically, we thought Haas were going to be dog shit.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they sort of turned on a bit of a blinder, and especially Hulk.
Yeah. We're judging by 2023. You wouldn't have thought they could string a race together.
And that passed on to old Sauber, the wheel nuts.
Yeah, bloody hell.
All right, 16th.
I think I've skipped 17th. I had Joe for 17th. Who'd you have in 17th?
Hulkenberg.
That was
Hulk.
where your Hulk came
Yeah,
in.
that's where my Hulk.
Yeah, so I was 3 off with Joe.
Yeah, I was 6 off with the Hulk.
Yeah.
Bottas for 16th. It was 6 off.
I had Sonoda. That was 4 off.
Ooh, I had Ocon in 15th.
I had Bottas. So 7th.
I was 1 off with Ocon.
Bottas, the big fella, was 7 in the other direction.
All right, 14th.
I had Ocon, which was spot on.
Nice.
What do you have for 14?
Pierre Gasly. He was 4 off.
Yeah. I had Stroll for 13th,
Same.
which
Big
was
donut.
spot on.
Yeah, prick.
Hmm.
Stroll, not you, by the way.
Both.
12th.
I had Gasly. So I was only 2 away on that one.
I mean, he put a blinder towards the end of the season together, like
Yeah, he did.
real nice patch of form.
Yeah, after he got away from his teammate and they stopped crashing into each other.
Yeah. That duo was never
But
going
in
to work.
saying that, Gasly did not cause any damage to his team or car the entire season.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, not a dollar.
Damn.
That was his direct fault. So there was like car issues or other people
Yeah.
crash into him,
But not him.
but he did not cause a single dollar of damage.
That's an underrated skill.
Yeah, isn't it?
Like,
It's-
not that you want a
it's
slow driver that doesn't
unreal.
crash, but
Yeah, well, to come 10th as well.
and
Like, it's not like he's
yeah, he's not
driven around at the back of the
pussyfoot at
field.
the back.
Yeah, driven around 2 seconds off the pace.
That's wild because he
Yeah.
was putting that car in places that really didn't belong, and to do that and not damage the car at your own fault, that's obviously he knows the limits of that vehicle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got 1 or 2 podiums. Definitely got one. Was that Brazil?
Yeah.
That race that
Ocon and
Verstappen won.
him.
And then, yeah, double podium for Alpine.
That's insane. What are we up to? 11th.
Yes, must be. So I had Ricardo.
I had Sonoda.
I was 6 off with Ricardo.
I was 1.
He was 17th.
10th.
I had Albon.
I had Ricardo, who was 7 off.
Yeah, so Albon was 6 off.
That one really hurt.
He was
I had high
16th.
hopes for Danny Rick, and we all know how that went, and I don't want to talk about it.
I agree. Hopefully he'll be back.
Hopefully,
Tipping him for Cadillac.
in my dreams.
9th. No? Yes.
Yeah, ninth, yep.
I had Alonso, which was bang on.
Ooh, nice. I had Russell.
Oh, yeah.
He was 3 off.
Yeah.
I had Alonso for 8th, who was 1 off.
I had Russell for 8th, who was 2 off with his 6th place finish.
Who'd you have for 7th?
I had Piastri, who came in 4th, so that was 3 away.
Oh, it was exactly the same. 6th.
Science, who was 5th, so that was 1 away for me.
Nice. I had Hamilton, who was 1 off.
Yeah, because he was 7th.
5th.
Yeah, I had Hamilton for 5th, so I was 2 off because he was 7th.
I had Perez.
Yeah,
He was 3 off.
Yeah.
4th, Norris.
I also had Norris, so
2
he was
off.
2 off because he came 2nd.
I had Sainz 3rd, who was 2 off.
I had Perez, so that was 5 away.
Ooh.
Yeah, his 8th place finish really stitched me up there.
Damn, that's rough.
Yeah, that hurt. I thought I kind of went in with the principle of, well, he did pretty bad last year and he still finished 2nd. So,
Well, we went into the season thinking Red Bull were going to be untouchable, boring season, who's coming 2nd
yeah.
in the constructors sort of thing.
Yeah.
But-
and even the start of the season kicked off that way and we're like, oh, here we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, maybe a little bit more competitive, but almost a 23 rinse and repeat.
Yeah, I've read this story before.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it switched up and Verstappen was battling to sort of win races. So Perez was just in fucking no man's
Yeah.
land.
and they were in the third, sometimes fourth fastest car. And even then, sometimes Verstappen would still win.
Perez just didn't have that in him.
No.
All right, second I had Leclerc, one off.
I also had Leclerc, one off.
And obviously everyone thought Verstappen was going to win, and he managed to just do it,
Yeah.
well, comfortably in the end, but there was a little bit of threat there.
Yeah, so obviously also had Verstappen, so donuts there.
So that was 52 positions off for me total, or a score of 52.
My total away was 58.
Oh, he gets the dub.
So you're
1-1.
up by 6 there with another mini victory.
So I guess tiebreaker, combine the scores.
Yeah, so my combination's 68.
Mine is 64. Comes in clutch.
Wow.
Yes. The first best of the rest pod championship victory goes to Sticks.
4 points.
Can he back it up in 2025? Stay tuned to this year's pods to find out.
I've been having a bit of a look, and I'm struggling to pick the championship predictions for next year, or this season, coming this year.
It's going to be wild.
Yeah, there's rookies in top teams, there's teams that are they going to focus on next year, 2026 new regs? Are they going to try and score a few maybe easier points this year, because they might have the concept of these other teams might not be as focused on this year. Maybe it might be who comes out the gates hardest at the start. If they start shit, they might go, stuff it, we'll focus on next year.
Could you see an unbelievable result where you get a team that's not in the top 4 coming out and challenging for a constructor's title or a driver's title?
Well, potentially.
Something crazy like that.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool, but probably unlikely. It's probably more likely for 26.
Yeah, I think the top 4 might be still reasonably set, but it might just be who's in 5th. Could be teams that were as low as 8th kind of thing last year. Could be, drivers in new teams, rookies. Yeah, I think it's going to be a big shake-up.
Well, I think I could sum it up like this. I wouldn't want to be putting money on a single driver to win the championship. I wouldn't be confident wherever I put my money.
No, there's probably more than 8 drivers that could win it this year, really, depending how things kick off. But from where we left off 24 to what's looking like unfolding this year, I'm keen.
I could
so keen.
Oh, mate, so am I. I'm hyped. And just don't know which way it's going to go. Like, you could see a team like Mercedes, for example, being off the pace to start off with and sort of going, look, instead of just putting a bunch of resources into this year, we'll develop the car, but we're going to focus on nailing 26.
Yeah.
So then you could almost pull those 2 drivers out, or it could go vice versa. Like, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
and I'm hopeful.
Not to give too much away, but I'm kind of thinking that maybe Aston Martin might have a bit more of that approach with Adrian Newey coming to the team, but not being able to lay a finger on the car or design pad until March, I'm pretty sure it was. So
yeah, so he still hasn't.
What impact is he going to have this year? Is he just going to focus on next year? Is the team still going to focus this next? And that's Alonso and Stroll, and as Aston Martin as a team arguably should probably be the 5th fastest, and arguably maybe the 9th and 10th fastest drivers. But could they be right down the bottom of the order? Or are they going to be up the top? Maybe Mercedes with Antonelli and Russell, or even Red Bull if they don't start strong with rookies in their teams. I can't say that with Red Bull because Max would be going for a 5th championship. But yeah, maybe Mercedes might go, oh no, we started pretty crap. Let's look at long term and
he's up. Anything could happen. There's rookies everywhere. Shit's going to go down. You don't know. And realistically, when's Aston going to take shit seriously and fuck Stroll off? But, that's a whole nother discussion. Anyway, we've got more predictions to make in the future, more pods to chat about this sort of stuff. But that was our wrap up of the 2024 predictions, and Sticks takes out the title.
He does.
He's hyped to go back to back. We'll see what happens.
I'll have to give you a little trophy. I got me little Lego F1 garage over there. It's got the little mini trophy. Maybe I might give you that one, or see if I can find something a bit more realistic for you. But I guess that's my job of being the loser. I've got to find it.
Yeah, sounds good. That's a pod rule. Lock it in.
Righto. Done.
Righto. Thanks for listening.
You've been amazing, and we've been the best of the rest.
Catch you next time.
Bye.
Oh, look at this. This is not a dog. This is a piece of shit.